So loud. I want to watch one that has Xiaolong in it, though. Does that have him in it? Omegle videos? I don't think so. I hope not. All right. All right. Let's go down to the bum theater. Time for the video hour. How's the volume?
Ghosts caught on camera. The Watts
Good volume.
family.
A little loud.
So almost a year ago, I uploaded a video about the tragic case of the Watts family and the strange supernatural events that were caught on video by
Watts
police
family?
body cameras after their deaths. Recently, Netflix has released a documentary about the Watts family tragedy.
Really?
Viewer emails have come
I've
flooding in.
never heard of this.
Now, many claim to have seen paranormal evidence in the documentary
Wait, that guy looks
I
familiar.
never explained in my last video. And then there are a lot of people who just never saw my previous video about the Watts family case.
The Watts.
So here's a quick recap before we jump into the all-new supernatural evidence. Shannon Watts and her daughters Bella and Cece lost their lives under absolutely horrible circumstances, all at the hands of husband and father Chris Watts.
Yeah, I've
In
seen
fact, the
this.
details
This
of
guy
the
was
case
on
are so grim
this guy
that
was
I'm
on
not going to
JCS.
go into them here.
This guy was one of the
If you
first
want to know
videos
the
that
full
Criminal
story, you can
Psychology
either simply
JCS
Google the
fucking
Watts
covered.
family, or check out the new Netflix documentary.
That's what I know him
Now,
from.
in this next video, which was taken right after the disappearance of Shannon Watts and her daughters, two female officers from the police K-9 unit go into the Watts house to investigate the strange disappearance of Shannon Watts and her two daughters.
What's paranormal about
Obviously, this video was recorded before the tragic fate of Shannon and her children were known. The footage is 100% real.
it? Weird.
It is documented
Okay, so they actually
police
saw
video
something else.
captured by one of the investigators' body camera.
Beautiful house. What? No one knows what that voice was? What the
So there's your
fuck?
attic access right there.
No way. That's fucked
Yes.
up. I do not believe that that's an EVP.
Oh my gosh. What in the world is that? Wow.
That's like too clear.
Step on that little blue thing and see if that's where that noise came from.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid toy.
Yeah.
It
Oh
sort of
my
sounded
god.
like it.
Something. There was a.
What
I
the
heard it.
fuck kind of closet is that?
Again, I want to point out that all of this footage and the strange EVPs you just
some
heard
fucking weird
were
shit,
captured
dude.
on police body cams and released directly to the public. So nothing was tampered
It
with.
was all like, it looked like a
and
fucking
nothing could
store.
possibly be faked.
Like
Now,
logos and
even
stuff everywhere.
creepier, 1 month after the tragic incident in the Watts home, police are called back to the empty house because neighbors report seeing a woman moving around inside the home. Also, someone had turned on the inside garage lights. When they went inside, police found no one. But some viewers believe they might have caught something else.
What?
As a police officer is standing at the top of the stairs, it almost looks as if some small shadow peeks out from behind him.
Yeah, I know,
Just
right?
for a second. Now, there's also another moment caught by police cameras that I did not point out in the previous video.
Hey Nooks, I just want to let you know I've been watching this documentary that everybody's been
I have to watch that
talking about.
documentary. I
Right
never
here
seen that.
in this room, there's a little girl standing right here playing. She's wearing like an orange shirt, and there's another girl right there, right there, right there. And there's another one right here, movement. You see her? Right here. See? Another girl. There she go. There she is.
There she go.
Okay. Maybe you can look into it.
Now, many people have sent me this clip after seeing it on the Netflix documentary.
Could it be someone's
Some
kid?
believe that it might show the ghost of one of the little girls caught on camera. But the real explanation of this clip is something much more explainable. You see, the little girl in this footage is actually the daughter of Shannon's friend, Nicole,
like I
who
just
reported
thought.
Shannon missing. The little girl is simply playing in one of the Watts girls' rooms. As further evidence, Nicole and her daughter are seen on the police officer's body cam footage several times during the day that Shannon and her girls were reported missing.
It's kind of
So
weird,
this clip
but
is nothing paranormal. However, there is some new, very odd, and possibly paranormal video that has been getting a lot of attention over the last week. So YouTube ghost hunter Franco TV was traveling
this guy.
through
You guys told me to
Colorado
watch
and
this
decided
guy.
to stop and pay his respects to the Watts family house. He leaves a teddy bear on the doorstep, putting it with other gifts of condolence left by visitors. He is broadcasting his trip to the house live
I don't know
to
if
his
I.
Patreon
That seems like kind of
members,
for clout.
but he has no plans of doing any ghost investigating. Frank is simply paying his respects. But then he catches
You know what I mean?
something very, very strange.
Hey guys, so this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos. This wasn't supposed to be an adventure. It was only supposed to be me going to the Watts house to pay my condolences. I am up to
Yeah, that's
date
a little
with
weird.
what was going on with the whole situation, and I
Yeah, you
wanted
wouldn't
to
just,
visit
like,
the house
tape
and drop
that.
off a teddy bear that I had purchased. However, I did decide to bring my live stream with me for Patreon, and something completely unexpected happened upon recording. Now, let's use a thermal imaging camera
I don't like that.
and seeing what we can see. This should actually be pretty interesting. Hold on, let me put the tam cam away for a second. That's the house through the thermal. This thing is awesome. I think I'm the only one.
I don't know.
Ooh, that was weird. I don't know if that was me, but I think I saw.
It's not
You
like
know what's weird? Look at
the
the
worst
front,
thing in the
top
world, but it
window
is a
to the
little
right.
bizarre to me. But I guess that
That
hustle,
one's
right?
the only one that it looks like there's
But,
something
yeah,
behind it.
I don't know.
What is unnerving is that you don't see anything. Look at that. I am literally getting a heat signature right in front of that window. Like someone's standing there.
I just don't think it's worth it to
Alright, so right now,
upload it.
this video footage is only just so
Probably.
I could get a high definition footage. I'm going to be recording with a different camera on my thermal imaging, because unfortunately I can't take the videos off of it. So this is just to show you that both windows are open. That's the window that I was seeing.
I could see like being like, oh
Where's
yeah, I
movement
saw some
from?
weird shit there, but like, yeah, maybe don't upload
And
it.
apparently these two
Or, like,
rooms
wait a
that I just read
while.
online was the two little girls' rooms.
If it's still pretty
What
fresh,
the hell is that?
might not be the best idea.
What is that? Does
Yeah.
that look like someone with their head in their hand holding against the window?
No.
Look, and now it's changing. There it goes. What the hell am I seeing?
I mean, it can't have been that long ago if there's still like people like
Man, this is
putting
coming
flowers there and
straight.
stuff.
From an infrared perspective.
Some of this infrared stuff doesn't really do it for me either, though. It's like,
Look, it looks like somebody else just came in on the far left.
just like light changing and stuff.
This was not supposed to be even a video. It was just a place that I came to visit. However, what I saw on the thermal I thought would be interesting to show you guys. I came here to drop off a bear. And I actually put the bear
When did this
over here
Netflix documentary about it
because
come
it's
out?
like a little memorial here.
Yeah, because if it was the first video on the JCS criminal
So
psychology
did
video
Franco TV
channel,
possibly
probably was a
capture the
little while
ghost
ago.
of Shannon and her children on camera by accident? Did the police officers capture footage of the family trying to reach out from beyond? Let me know what you think. You can watch Franco's full video about the Watts family house over on his YouTube channel.
I don't know if I think
If you
so.
see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. The least amusing park. In Veracruz, Mexico, there is an old abandoned amusement park called
looks
Reino
sick.
Mexico that has a backstory right out of a horror movie.
Never heard of
You
this.
see, back in 1985, this amusement park was built right over the top of an old graveyard. Not surprisingly, many people believe the old abandoned park to be cursed. People claim to have seen spirits walking the park grounds. And even creepier, it is
This
said
stuff
that the
looks so
park's
creepy.
disturbing old statue of Snow White actually moves on its own late at
That's
night.
Snow White? That looks like
In
Morticia
fact, many
Adams.
visitors to the park claim to have caught the Reino Mexico statue blinking, including this video that went viral back in 2009.
Spoilers. It's not.
Others say that the Snow White statue's eyes follow you as you move around the park, as if it's just watching you. Popular Mexican urban explorer and occasional ghost hunter Eder Hernandez and his friends explored the Reino Mexico theme park on 2 separate occasions. Over the first 2 visits, they caught some very creepy and disturbing footage. As soon as the group arrives
This
outside
place
the
looks
park,
cool, though.
things take a bizarre turn. Something seems to be jumping through the trees.
A la verga, aguanta. Vean mi gente.
Yeah, I think graveyards take up a gigantic amount of real estate in Mexico, too. Because it's like such a huge part of their culture.
¿Estás grabando, güero?
So it's probably more likely.
Verga, arriba del...
I don't know.
¿Ya viste, güey? Un pájaro.
They can't see what it is, but they decide that it must just be a large bird. But whatever it is, it just doesn't seem to reflect light.
Graba,
Some
güero,
kind of large
Ahí,
bird.
no te da la luz, verga.
After they enter the park, they decide to check out the supposedly haunted Snow White statue in the park's center. And this is when things get truly bizarre.
Esa es la muñeca que esa es la famosa muñeca que les digo.
The famous doll.
Esa es la Blancanieves que supuestamente se mueve y... Pues aquí está la famosa, claro que sí, la famosa. Blancanieves, que parece que se le sacaron el cerebro los culeros. No tiene un hoyo en el brazo y... La verga, tiene cara diabólica, cabe mencionar, bandita.
Yeah, she's pretty scary looking.
Pero a ver... No, vete la verga. A ver, verga, muévete, cara de verga. Hay que provocarla. No.
This guy kind of seems like a dick, too. What happens?
Eder tries to taunt the spirit that allegedly possesses the statue, trying to provoke some sort of movement. But when he gets his wish, he's a bit freaked out. As they continue to tour the abandoned amusement park, Eder and his crew start
the
to see
statues there just look
ominous
fucking
and
awesome.
shadows.
Esa madre, verga. Mira, güey, vete a la verga, güey. No te pases de verga, güey. No te pases. ¿Qué es eso, güey? Pues yo qué verga voy a saber. Mira. Güey, pero no huele a
Mist.
humo, güey. ¿Como niebla? Mira. Como pueden ver, aquí está el campo de fútbol. Bueno, no lo pueden ver, mi gente. porque
Soccer
al
field, you
chile
can't see it because, of course,
está
it's
re-
dark.
¡Oh, verga! ¡No mames, güey! Verga, ¿qué fue? Vete a chingar tu madre, güey. ¿Qué pedo? A su puta madre, güey. Había alguien ahí atrás, te lo juro, güey. ¿Neta? Ah, tus mamadas. Te lo juro por Dios, vete a la verga. No, te lo juro, güey. Pasaron como... ¿Cuánto? ¿5 minutos? Para que me pudiera tranquilizar, les voy a decir lo que vi. Vi a una mujer, era mujer, silueta de mujer, aquí parada. Al chile.
Now, Eder's sighting wasn't caught on camera, so it's easy to simply dismiss it as fake. However, Eder and his crew did record something absolutely chilling that they didn't even realize. The frightening encounter was later pointed out by viewers. Now watch closely as Eder and his team walk through the bleacher seating area, right beside the spot where Eder
However-
claimed to see the silhouette of a woman.
Bueno, mi gente, aquí estamos en las gradas.
Okay, my people, we're on the
Sí,
benches.
güey, yo- la verga. Yo nada más veo como que... Pero bueno, mi gente, estamos aquí en las gradas.
Did you see it? As Eder and his friends walk by the seating area, the figure of a woman seems to be sitting in one of the upper bleachers. Even creepier, as
she
they
doing?
pass, Eder switches back to his camera view, and in less than a second, the same figure now seems to be seated behind them, now on the complete opposite side of the bleachers. So did Eder Hernandez catch a haunted statue and a full-body apparition on camera in the haunted amusement park? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
You decide.
Corey Davison from Alvin, Texas explains on his YouTube channel that throughout his childhood and young adult years, both he and his mother experienced bizarre paranormal activity that followed them whenever they moved to a new home. He says that through the years, they've witnessed pretty much everything supernatural. They've seen terrifying apparitions, furniture and small objects moving on their own, voices that mimic family members, and even the feeling of being touched by something that just isn't there. One day, Corey decides to try and capture some of the paranormal activity that he has witnessed throughout his life. So he starts to leave random cameras recording throughout his house. Eventually, Corey and his mother
I've seen
have a
this guy
CCTV
before.
system installed in their home and the surrounding
Okay,
property.
that's pretty hardcore.
They immediately start
In the
to
house, you
capture
have CCTV?
strange activity.
Alright, so I'm going to put in the garbage bag in the trash can, and the door just opens.
I don't know about that.
And the only way to do it is from the clicker on the doorway.
How come this
or
camera is so
outside
shaky if it's
on the
CCTV?
little pin pad, or by the clicker that is in my mom's car, and my mom's car is not here.
One day, as Corey is taking out the trash, the garage door just opens on
That
its
is
own.
not CCTV footage.
Now, Corey is a little shaken, but doesn't concern himself too much with this.
Oh, if it's a
After
camera
all, it
recording
could
of a
simply
camera,
be
I
a door
guess, yeah.
malfunction. But what happens a few days later is not so easily explained.
Alright, so I'm making this video because my mom was doing laundry and
Yeah,
she
you
heard
can see it
noise
now.
outside. So I'm going to show you the video of that, of the occurrence with the noise. So she hears something. So she goes inside to get me. So I just came out. Sorry, fast forwarding is kind of messed up, but we both have our guns. So
The guns?
I go out and she stays in there. Alright, so this is our backyard. There's the shed in our backyard and then little garage area. And this way is where our actual garage is, where I walked from.
Fucking thought his
You
finger
look
was
right
a
there.
carrot
Right
for
there.
a second.
See, I'm right here.
I thought it was just like a carrot
That's
he was
the
like
top of my
dangling on the screen.
Thinning hair head, and there's something walking, or whatever the fuck, back there, and you can see me flash my light, and I had been flashing my light everywhere, and unfortunately I didn't. Oh, I went over there. Yeah, see, there's nothing. I didn't see anything while I was there, but you can see whatever the hell that is. But this is me coming back to the garage, and we go inside and there's nothing. There's nothing that comes this way.
The CCTV cameras catch a creepy white figure lurking outside their home. A figure that neither Corey nor his mother could see at the time. The apparition only showed up on their security cameras. To this day, Corey still says that all of the footage that he captured was real and 100% authentic.
To this day.
But what do you think? You can check out even more creepy videos of Corey's paranormal experience over on his YouTube channel, Core Sun. And Corey says that hopefully new videos will be coming soon to the channel. Room for One. Popular Chinese ghost hunter Xiao Long and his friend Lao
There he
Dai
is.
explore a decaying abandoned
Oh wait, no, that's not
hotel
him.
in the middle of the night.
It's
Their
another
wives
Xiao
leading their
Long.
entire investigation. Now, the hotel
I'm pretty sure that's not
has
him.
a dark past. It is said that through the years,
Maybe it's
many
another
guests have
channel he
taken their
has?
own lives while staying in the hotel.
Could he have another channel?
But it gets worse. Back in 1985, there was a mysterious uncontrolled fire in the large building. hotel guests were trapped inside, and many lost their lives in the blaze. Locals began to say that the hotel was, quote, cursed, and so fewer and fewer guests wanted to stay there. Eventually, the hotel couldn't afford to keep its doors open. It closed down, and the building was left abandoned. When Xiaolong and Lao Dai are roaming the creepy hotel hallways,
Yeah, it's them.
Xiaolong gets scared by something.
I mean, those are the two same names. Lao Dai and Xiaolong. What the fuck?
Obviously, at first, the guys just seem to be goofing around.
Wait. 老严呢？
Don't talk nonsense. Chop to the neck.
But then things take a very serious turn and get downright creepy.
哎呦我操你妈！我操你妈！
Yep, it's him.
我操你妈！别动别动，这里！我操你！谁？我操你妈！我去滚你妈了个逼的！别跑别跑！我操你妈！我出来余光看着这家站个人儿。
Xiaolong and Lao Dai get spooked by a sound and run away. As they retreat, Xiaolong spots some terrifying shape inside one of the hotel rooms. The figure disappears almost instantly, and when they go back to check the room, nothing there. Now, of course, this encounter could have simply been a strange trick of the light. Either way, they decide to leave. Cut to 2 months later, and Xiaolong decides to return to the hotel all alone. And it did not go well.
That looks fucking crazy.
我操！操你妈！
Yeah, I guess it's also less annoying because we don't know what they're saying and stuff. They're like more just like inflection from sounds than like having to listen to Zach Bagan talk, or something like that. You know what I mean? I guess I can't speak for everybody. Some of you may be fluent in Cantonese.
As doors start
Some of you
opening
may
and
be.
closing on their own, Xiaolong understandably becomes a little on edge. He continues exploring the creepy building. What happens next shocks both Xiaolong and his live stream
You been to his
audience.
museum?
So Xiaolong
How was it?
discovers what
I
appears
would love
to
to
be
go
the
see
main
that.
hall of the hotel. It's a spacious room with access to multiple hotel floors. But he starts to hear strange
Where is
sounds
that?
coming from all around him.
出来！
The museum isn't the demon house, right? The demon house is something else. It's in Vegas, oh, okay. That's sick, dude. I would love to see that. I want to go to Vegas sometime. There's a lot of cool stuff there.
Xiaolong is shook from the cascade of frightening bumps and bangs all around him, but he wants to continue and explore the hotel's dark upper floors. And this is when things take a turn toward the horrific.
这样，这他妈能从这样上啊，兄弟们！不行，这梯子，站！这都鸡巴烂了，这梯子！操你妈的！
Whoa. That's cool.
Oh, 我操！操你妈的，滚！操你妈！
He's just like fucking yelling at it.
Did you see it? The heavy chains holding the stairway begin to shake uncontrollably.
No, I didn't see
Even
it.
creepier, a pair of pale, ghostly feet come into view, dangling
fuck?
lifelessly from somewhere inside the hotel's wall. That's when Xiaolong finally decides to just get out of there. So, what do you think happened in this creepy hotel? Could the feet belong to the ghost of someone who tragically ended their life inside the hotel? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can check out more of Xiaolong's scary videos over on his YouTube channel, Xiaolong Adventure.
I didn't know he had another channel.
Thing in the Attic.
I wonder if it's a different channel.
5 years, Santana Altavero reached out to me through email about the strange paranormal activity he's been experiencing in his home. Santana and his wife recently moved into a new house, and everything seemed to be going great. At least at first.
I think this be real.
But ever since they discovered the home's creepy attic, they've begun to hear strange, unexplained sounds around the house.
Appreciate that.
Santana's dog
Twitch
is
Prime, dude.
exhibiting some very odd behavior. The dog started barking
Appreciate
at things
ya.
that just aren't there,
The
especially
ghost
focusing
dog.
his attention on the hallway leading to the attic door.
Animals do seem to know when things are happening, but they also are like more paranoid than humans sometimes, it seems like.
One night, Santana hears strange sounds coming from the attic. He climbs the stairs, but is unable to pull himself up through the small attic door.
Like my
to find
mom's
the
dog
source
will
of the
bark at
sound.
like anything.
So thinking on his feet, he starts recording with his phone.
Like, don't
and
even take it
raises
seriously.
up into the attic. He pans the camera around to see if he can spot the source of the
Yeah, my
strange
cats
noises.
will be like doing that,
When he
and like
checks
looking
the
around. I'm
footage
like, what the fuck
later,
do you see? And then just like a
he is
bug or something
shocked
usually.
by what he finds.
It's Bad Ben. Dude, imagine if we saw like a scene from Bad Ben in one of these.
Did you see it? A very small white figure seems to be hiding in the darkness. A few seconds later,
Hiding
the camera
in the
pans
darkness.
back, and the figure
Yo, wax the dog, man.
is gone. So what
Thank
do
you
you
for that.
think this could be? Is it something paranormal?
Look at that sub, dude.
Is it some small critter
Appreciate you
running
very
around
much.
the attic? Or is it just a strange trick of the light? You decide.
You decide.
Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter for channel updates and other odd stuff, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right, so there's another Xiaolong Adventure channel. Xiaolong Adventure. Is this a second? No, it's the same channel. He must have changed his channel name. I got all excited thinking he had like maybe another channel. That's a bummer. Kind of a bummer. Um. I don't want to burn through all his videos too quick. Which another nuke.
Hard slap across his face and darted into spirit, possibly even a demonic. YouTube channel
All right.
Donnie Drunkard may seem a bit comical, but the content
Donnie
of the channel
Drunkard?
is anything but. You see,
I got
the
drunk
channel
and a
owner
ghost
Mark
slapped
is a
me.
paranormal investigator. He claims that an evil spirit, possibly even a demonic force, followed him home after one of his investigations. He says that the spirit now haunts his home and terrorizes
It's
him
just
on
funny
a
that
daily
these same
basis.
people are pretty much pulling off the same thing that Xiaolong is. Like, the quality is so much worse than his videos. Like,
He has set up
those
a
chains
motion-activated
moving,
camera in
obviously,
his basement to
they were
record,
being manipulated
as
in
this
some
is
way,
where
but
most
like,
of the
I
strange
honestly couldn't
activity
tell.
takes place.
Could have been like fish hook
In
or
this
fish
video,
line from
Mark
like off
claims that he was
screen,
upstairs in his house
making
when
it
he was
sway, but
attacked
like,
by the
even
shadow
just that
figure.
amount of
He
effort
says that he
is
felt
kind of
a hard
impressive.
slap across his face and darted into his bedroom to hide with his very freaked out dog, Terry.
Yo, that dog.
Began recording with his phone.
Terry the dog.
Are you okay?
This is on the Travel Channel?
You okay? Thank you. You're a good boy, eh? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
He looks like a fucking Ewok, dude. Like a fucking Ewok dog.
You wait here. Yeah, I'll be there. Okay? I'll be right back. Come right back.
It looks like that Among Us dog meme, kind of almost. Cool rabbit picture. Why are you wearing that stupid man suit? Red arrows. What show did you see this on? Who is that? That looks like the hands that resist. Like one of those paintings. The fuck? I mean, it's cool. I would just think in the middle of the night that might scare you. Occasionally. I mean, yo, washing machines. Okay, maybe twice in a row is kind of weird. There's two pairs of shoes at the door, though. So whose other shoes are those? Why would they both be there? Wouldn't you have your extra shoes not right out in front of the door like you just took them off? To me, that makes it seem like someone else is in the house. Yo, that elephant. Is that elephant moving?
With all of the creepy activity going on, Mark decides to retreat back upstairs.
No, you wouldn't have your shoes right in front of the door like that unless he just came into the house.
Truly bizarre that occurs at the same
You would have your
time.
shoes out to the side because they would be in the way of your door. The only way those shoes would be right in front of the door like that is if there's two people that took their shoes off the front door. Why would you have your shoes directly in front of the door like that if it was just you? I'm saying two people.
Now, the strange noises could possibly be explained as, well, anything.
Telling ya.
But just what is this? Let me know what you think. You can watch Mark's continuing story
Yo,
along
that
with
dog.
frequent updates over on his channel, Donnie Drunkard. In the Shadows. Over on the YouTube channel, The Abandoned Prepper, an urban explorer named Adam checks out creepy abandoned houses and locations in Wales.
The Abandoned
Now,
Prepper?
it should be noted that Adam is not a ghost hunter. But when he explores a place called the Summer House, which has a dark history, things get a bit weird.
So the owner of this house bought it for his son. As the son was moving in, he actually crashed his car and died, and then didn't end up moving in.
Really?
So yeah, the guy said it was cursed and didn't want to move in. Yeah, I'll just have a quick look up these stairs.
From the rotten floors to the decomposing walls, it's obvious that the large house has been abandoned and neglected for many years. As Adam makes his way around the premises, he begins to get the sense that he might not be alone.
But there's a mattress in there, so someone must have been
I
there.
can hear something. I'm guessing it's just the wind.
It doesn't look like it was ever
Things
completed.
get stranger. Without even noticing, Adam catches this on camera.
Right. Here we go.
Did you see it? Watch again.
Red arrows.
And this isn't Adam's only encounter with whoever or whatever this is.
Kind of looked like Marge
While
Simpson.
exploring the
If
pool
you look at
area,
it, the hair kind of
catches
like
some movement out of the corner of his
kind of
eye.
reminded me of Marge.
And then the pool?
Like Marge's outline.
What was that? The pool? What was that?
Adam decides to make his way out.
Right, guys. Oh, my head's gone. I thought I seen something in the window, so I've looked back on my footage, and then I don't know. I seen a shadow go past the window, so I've just legged it. I wasn't gonna stick around, guys. I'm not a ghost hunter. Do you know what I mean?
So,
I'm
was
not
this
a
just
ghost
another
hunter.
explorer? Or perhaps a
a
homeless
prepper.
person lurking in the shadows?
I'm an abandoned
Or
prepper.
did Adam catch something paranormal on camera? You decide.
What does that mean?
You can check out Adam's channel, The Abandoned Prepper, for more of his creepy urban explorations. Deconstruction. This next clip is from a Chinese ghost hunter named Xiao Long, who broadcasts his investigations live on a Chinese streaming service. Xiao Long and his friend are exploring an abandoned building that is said to be haunted by the ghost of a construction worker who lost his life while working on the building. As they begin their investigation, creepy things start to happen immediately.
都能上楼吗？咋的了？我操！我操！我刚才看着好像鸡巴干活的。你滚他妈了个逼的！
I'm bullshitting me.
搁哪呀？让大家走过去了。
One of the explorers swears that he saw a worker dressed in construction clothes walk through the lobby downstairs, but his friend doesn't seem to believe him. He shrugs it off and they continue their investigation.
这屋里进不了，进不了，别进！哎！哎呦我操你妈的！哎呦我操！有人。操你妈！这上面全鸡巴那啥。
It was Chanima, not fuck, actually.
我操你妈！
Whoa, what the fuck?
我操你妈！厕所里有人！
What was he on the floor for?
在哪呢？我操你妈！刚才。哎！
Damn.
我操你妈！不对呀！
Imagine you're just taking a shit. This guy comes in and starts fucking kicking the doors open.
你咋的里头点儿？啊！我操你妈！
An axe?
Again, the same explorer claims to have seen someone, but again, his friend thinks he's just being hysterical. Now, before we go any further, I should point out that unlike the Saudi Arabian ghost hunters who pray to ward off evil spirits, the Chinese believe that cursing and acting angry will scare away evil ghosts and demons.
Didn't know that.
And you'll see what I mean.
Is that true? Does anyone know that?
哎，我操你妈呀！我操你妈！哎哎！
That looks like an emergency fire fucking thing or something like that. So it is true. That's so cool. Yeah, it just might be the angle. Although they probably don't have fire alarms there. In this building especially. What the fuck? Is he just like vaping all of a sudden? That was a lot of fucking vapor for it to just be pressed. They are bundled up though, so it is winter definitely. I don't know, he was like coughing.
And yet again, one of the explorers sees what looks like a man in a red hard hat peering from behind a door. This time, he
But why
even
would the hard
manages
hat be
to
in front of
capture
his
it on
face?
camera. But yet again, his friend doesn't believe him.
See, look at he's talking right now. There's just like
Until
barely
everything
any vapor.
suddenly takes a terrifying turn.
It definitely was the helmet. I wonder if we should make a video game for these guys. Are you fucking fall in a hole? What the fuck, dude? I fucking told you not to run! You break your fucking ankle on that shit.
As they make their escape, the building seems to be crashing down all around them. One of them falls right through an open hole in the floor. Luckily, they eventually manage to make it outside the building to safety.
Yeah, they really like to make Loud Day the fucking idiot.
So, what do you think? Did they catch extreme footage of an angry construction worker ghost on their live stream? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Since Xiaolong's videos are not on YouTube and would be almost impossible to find for non-Chinese speakers, I've included links down in the video description. I also want to say a huge thank you to Chinese artist Hono, who suggested, translated, and even helped research this video.
Huh, cool.
Face the music.
Good job, Hono.
On the channel Mindseed TV, paranormal investigator Casey Nolan and his crew investigate allegedly haunted houses and locations. In this video, they're investigating a house in Tennessee that the
You can
owner
tell how
claims is home
fucking
to
fake
dark presence.
ghost hunters are, but the amount of hair product they use individually. The more hair product involved, and the closer to Long Island they are, the more fake they are.
I do not recognize. It's becoming kind of difficult for me to deal with. There's just some weird shit going on in this house that I don't have words to explain.
The house's owner says that he's seen and heard things
I'm just
around the
talking
house
shit.
that
No
are downright
offense.
chilling,
If you like hair
unexplained
products
strange sounds and doors and cabinets opening on their own.
or live on Long Island.
The guys catch some odd noises on their spirit box and a strange reflection in a window. But by far, the creepiest activity seems to be centered around an old piano in the house's hallway.
Bonus points for the frosted tips. I like that spirit box. That's a cool little instrument, I think.
Did you hear the piano for just a second?
This one's insane. That's a fucking pretty high-tech spirit box.
I got 2 fingers on. I'm barely touching.
Damn,
going
yo.
to know.
Fucking tatted
What it's
up.
looking like. Yeah, it looks like it's going past.
Just get a Ouija board on your fucking back so you never need to bring one with you. And you could just be the Ouija board at the fucking ghost hunt.
Do you no longer want to communicate with us?
Bro, I brought my Ouija board.
Yeah.
Takes off shirt.
They head to the piano to investigate the strange single notes that they keep hearing. And then things get truly bizarre.
Is that you playing the piano? I don't see any more of the keys.
Yeah, just get like one of those big industrial piercings in the palm of your hand. So you have like a big hole in your hand. It could just be the scry. I'm sure that wouldn't be excruciatingly painful.
Cameras on you. And go ahead, make a sound. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah. Can you give us a little sound?
Fusion valve.
Dude.
As one of the investigators strikes a note on the piano keyboard, the doors in the house and even the very building itself seems to shake on its foundation.
I have that Joby stand.
The Mindseed TV guys have had enough and decide to just get out of there.
See, the problem with Xiao Long is his videos are so good, it makes all these other videos seem so bad in the countdown.
There's no fucking way.
Like, this isn't even vertical, man.
Just a bit
too much production
to continue
values.
Their investigation.
Say what you want about us being cowards or whatever, but when you're dealing with a presence like that is trying to take action against you, it's not a game. We're not there to get hurt.
You can watch this full investigation,
Real
as well as
smoke.
the team's other weekly paranormal investigations, over on their channel, Mindseed TV.
I could hear the song
sense
for
of
the
security.
Gonna plant my mind seed in your TV.
Supermarket in Sao
Gonna
Paulo,
plant
Brazil,
my mind
says that he saw
seed
some
in
odd
your
activity on the
TV.
surveillance cameras in the parking garage. He went down to investigate, and
He said that,
it
girl.
did not go well.
Minha gente, aquele carro ali, ele mexeu. Eu parei com a moto aqui agora. Eu tô ficando doido. Ó, e o outro lá mexeu.
I like the Russian stuff usually.
Tem alguma coisa aqui.
Wait, where did they say they were? Ukraine or Russia?
Quem é que tá aí?
This looks like interchange. Fucking Tarkov.
Você mexeu o carro, mexa agora. Mexa esse carrinho que
Oh,
tá
they said
aí.
Brazil? Whoops. Still looks like interchange. Yeah, parking garages are cool.
Olha. Vixe. Meu Deus do céu.
Weird design usually.
Passou por ali. A moto deu partida. Olha. Sozinha. Meu.
Carts seem to be moving on their own, and weirdest of all, a motorcycle starts up with no one around.
What?
So did this security guard actually capture paranormal activity in the supermarket parking garage? Or is this all just a hoax with fishing line and remote starters? You decide.
You decide.
Thanks for watching. Suggest videos for the top 5 at nukestop5@gmail.com and tweet me on the Twitter at nukestop5.
All right, we got to watch the Xiao Long now, obviously. Is this a different channel? Alright, here's this news video. Terrible enough that you quit your $1 million salary? Overweight cart! Blurred halfling on the glass? What? Isn't that like from D&D? The fuck is this, like, pit?
是风刮的吗？那这个不转呢？那个也不转，就它在转。
Only it turns. Overweight cart.
我操你妈！我去你妈了个逼的！
I went to Nima.
风刮的人呢？我操他妈！这里边我分辨不出。我操你妈！哎我操！哎我他妈撒谎犊子的！有人
If I
摸我
lie
这
I'm
边
not human, someone touched me behind me. I've never heard him say that. Oh, what the fuck?
我操你妈呀！
Oh my god. It's Frodo!
哎
Apparently.
哎我！
I think Halfling used to be in Warhammer.
我好像看着个人了。
The Moot is like Warhammer's ripoff of the Shire.
是那屋吗？
They're in like
不是可能
Blood
这
Bowl
黑
and
呀
stuff.
我不养播了，那黢老黑的，我又来到了这个黑嘛下火的地方。
Changeling, you think?
我感觉好像在拍恐怖片一样。哎呦我操！今天我感觉我这手电有点暗呢，是不，兄弟们？有没有感觉到有点暗？
I feel like I've seen a movie where someone was like, "Get the halfling."
黑，我就换关键词。你这里边的小萌萌，你都给我小心点啊！昨天你没咋地，今天我更狠了。我充
It was
电
Lord of the
来的
Rings, wasn't it? Don't they say halfling
要
in
是跟
Lord of
我
the Rings?
装逼，我把你打成肉饼，听见了吗？我去给你们揭秘昨天那个地方去啊！我他妈到家了之后，我才发现呢。我操！妈呀，这里点比昨儿还吓人呢。我感觉揭不揭秘也没啥用了，反正昨天都录着了，是不是？
Isn't a meat
啊
pie
后面
not made out of meat though?
我告诉你，这不一定是老头了，懂不懂？因为这老头他肯定他死了之后，他也有点朋友啊，他朋友啥的小伙伴儿，那不一定咋。我说老头就老头啊。
Really? I thought it was like
我是钟馗呀。
I'm thinking of something else. Oh,
谁没点
mincemeat.
朋友啊？
is what I'm
这
thinking of
鬼也
maybe.
得有点伴儿啥的。昨天就在这个位置，兄弟们，
You had
就在这儿，
dust.
真没了。咱看一眼那个，赶紧出去吧，我不想在这儿待着了。哎，我操！
What does Ocho mean? He says I see like that all the time, but doesn't seem to ever get
我操你妈
translated.
漏斗！滚你妈了个逼的吧！我出去了，我可不搁这里待着了，换个没鬼的屋待着。
Like how there's a ghost emoji in the fucking characters.
显微镜分析室，
Microscope analysis room.
这都是啥东西？
This is like an abandoned fucking tech company, like science, biotech company. Pharmaceutical company. I don't know if I'd want to be like fucking around with all that equipment. Yeah, so like microscopes.
我操，显微镜，兄弟们！
Microscope
这
brothers.
玩意儿他妈是显微镜吧？是不？
With the microscope brothers.
这
So
玩意儿
that
多少
raid
钱呢？
melee Kirby. What's going on, dude?
几十万呢？
The bio weapon. Look, the volume's breaking out of the volume box again.
谁？ 谁？这里绝对是这里的东西，什么玩意儿？不拉不拉的。我去你妈的！别告诉我是这个东西。
I went to Nima. Don't tell me it's this thing. Ornament.
就是他，哪来他妈飞出来的？
What is that sound?
我告诉你啊，
Some kind of music?
我不管你是哪里的，
The fuck?
你待着吧！操你妈的，我是走了。
I looked like he was just gonna jump out the window for a second. Yeah, like went right to the fucking window. Yeah, I guess it could be frogs. It sounded like some kind of music.
Norma.
Chanting.
“这个我现在上的应该是2楼。
What kind of monitor is that?
这太闷了，我操！感觉像他妈进桑拿了似的。这里头这些电脑，我这都没人要了，我操！这他妈
It almost looks like Dell, but could it be a Dell? The monitors?
啥大事才能这样啊，兄弟们！
No, because Dell is made in like Texas or some shit, isn't it? Or they just imported probably from somewhere else. Never mind. That doesn't make any sense.
操！我看错了？我他妈是看错了吗？感觉这空调在动呀！ 死里头了，死的。
Bird died in it? Damn.
我他妈刚才好像真他妈瞅这玩意儿像他妈动了似的，我不知道你们领没领会儿。那他妈这里头不可能有电呢！我操！天呐！我操！我操！
What?
我操！哎！我操！
Blue thing move?
这玩意儿稀碎。
What is that?
我操
The fuck is that?
垃圾桶稀碎。关键老化了，他有人摸他呀。
I think he was saying that it's like a trash can, that it was so old that it fell apart. Yeah.
我去你妈的！
Jesus Christ. You just destroy that desk? 'Kinda crazy.
Damn, wait, we got here. Thằng你妈这里头根本就没电，你妈了个逼的！嘛呢？嘛呢？嘛呢？嘛呢？这玩意儿妈整不明白，我操！那国外的，它不是国内的。嘛呢？嘛呢？对。叫尼玛。反过来念不就是尼玛吗？麻尼尼玛。哎，有声了。
Wait, what was being censored?
嘛呢？
Is that being censored?
嘛呢？嘛呢？这玩意儿妈整不明白，我操！那国外的，它不是国内的。嘛呢？
Oh. Is it that?
嘛呢？
Is it like some like a graffiti he doesn't want to get in trouble for, maybe?
这玩意儿妈整不明白，我操！那国外的，它不是国内的。嘛呢？
Yeah, I can't tell.
反过来念不就是尼玛吗？麻尼尼玛。哎，有声了。
Could be the ID cards. That makes sense.
我好像听到高跟鞋声了。
Kind of makes sense.
操你妈的！
你妈！外面的声。你妈，我是小龙，别他妈吓我啊！不知道你还在不在？我是你的好朋友尼玛马尼。我操，刚才那高跟鞋声太他妈吓人了。尼玛，不是，别他妈喊尼玛了，像骂人似的。马尼。马尼，你走吧，马尼，我就溜达一圈我就走。你让我在这里走完画个句号，我谢谢你了。
Is he like talking to like a specific ghost now? Allegedly.
这瞪着的像你爹个懒子似的呢。
Oh, because of the old ideas. Okay. 这是尼玛供的神呐。 Nimas?
是一个老虎。哎，我没看错吧？这太他妈都灰了。
What the hell is that? Oh,
全洗别汁儿。哎，看这印儿还搁这儿呢，看这印儿。
What is he trying to say about the marks?
不行，兄弟们，这地方，这尼玛真他妈厉害。
This Nima is really so powerful. Okay, so Nima is like.
哎，这怎么还有观音呢？不是这咋他妈中西医合整呢？
Yeah,
这
it's
怎么
combination.
瞎整呢？净啊！
There's like a bunch of Western stuff too. Could just be a company that
到底是啥？这
works with a lot of American companies.
这个没有，没有。哎呦我啥玩意儿？
Nah, I've never heard the Nima.
我操了！
Story.
我感觉他们就无时无刻都在我身边，你知道吗？这种感觉你们真的永远体会不到。这照片我不能给你看了。
I can't show you this picture.
是一个很牛逼的人物。
He's a very awesome character.
我都认识。
I know them all. American flag.
我感觉这里面处处有着诡异。
Wow.
哎呦我操！这里边发生过多大的事儿啊！哎呦我操，这里全是奖杯哎
！What the fuck? Hard drive? Like a conference call thing or a projector? He used to say what the fuck? Never heard him say that.
这玩意儿有电着呢，
带他妈跟踪人呢。
Yeah, it's like a conference call thing? Projector? Yeah, it's kind of like a webcam thing.
我操他妈的！哎呀，我操！我要待吐了，搁这屋里头，我他妈有种想吐的感觉。我操！那
The fuck is that thing with the hands coming off of
那
it?
玩意儿全是共振呗，而且这上面的警杯你看到了吗？哎，我操！扶着呢。
Trophy room.
你让摄像头再动一下吧。
All right, we don't need to have like a side convo
我操你妈！啥动静？
about like things that have nothing to do with this video. We're just watching ghost stuff. Yeah, but they're dumb jokes. There's nothing to do with what's going on. Let's just watch ghost stuff.
"我操你妈！在！啊！
Yeah, no one's saying it's not true. It's like time and place. I'm trying to watch a fucking ghost show, not like
那后边那是啥
fucking have a debate about some
这
politics.
是啥呀？
You can do that like literally anywhere else in the world on the internet.
我操！ 转！操！操你妈！操你妈！
Also, Mythicos. Come on, dude. Wait for that sub.
Ah! 你发现个问题没，兄弟们？这个东西在这里边，它捣蛋，它在搞破坏，它在无时无刻地在他妈周围在围着我转。2楼，咋的了？怎么了？上个白衣服，真的假的？你他妈这是逼我呢！
Yeah, I guess it was just like frogs all the time. That one sound.
到底是啥？ 那门这还关着，出来！
Not the chair.
哎哎，我操！哎呦我操！我他妈了个逼，这灯里又转了一下。
Fucking slam that thing. What is he holding? Why was that translated as LOL? I do not think he's laughing out loud. Yo, look at that red arrow. Like fancy. I'll shock you with it. Get out, everybody. Get the hell out of here. The audio come through? Yeah, I was just thinking how this would be good, like to combine with Tarkov in some way. I mean, I've been saying that, but I don't know. Stuff like this gets fatiguing a lot, like very quickly if it's in a game, man. Dude, the frogs sound like chanting in the distance. It's fucking creepy. Some kind of ritual. Those stairs, too. Those stairs are so nasty looking. Look at that. That looks insane right there. It's like all garbage, no stairs. Dare to come out. Punches the door open. Keeps like cutting out. Yeah, you could like see the dust moving when he stops. Moving around for a minute. It's just like everywhere. It's like some kind of like biotech company too. There's like chemicals everywhere and like fucking microscopes. The fuck? Looks like a store. Someone's office, maybe. Like a TV in there or something like that, maybe. Yeah, some kind of shrine. Those are like Hindu gods, though, aren't they?
这全是血呢！这是啥呀？哎，这
What the
上面
fuck is
画个
he?
小红点儿，看着吗？啊！
The door's shut. Is there a person? It's an alien. Who did it? Pretty crazy. Could have been an alien. All right. Has Nexpo really not made another video in a while? Damn, I thought he had another. I don't think we've really watched any Nexpo on the channel yet. Maybe once or twice. I thought he had a video out that I missed recently or something like that. I think it's that. Oh, dude, Oddheader. Hell yeah. I love Oddheader. Strangest censorships. That could be bizarre.
Sometimes you're playing a video game when you
It's
see
not anything
something.
like.
Right there!
Who the hell are you?
Department of Censorship! You cannot play this game in this country!
What are you doing? This is why today
Later,
we're
Takian.
10 of the strangest moments of censorship that ever happened in video games.
I'm taking this too!
Brought to you by Privacy.com, a safer way to buy online using virtual payment cards.
Yeah, I really like this guy's channel.
Use Privacy.com/oddheader down below to save $5 off your first purchase. Dog's Life. Dog's Life is an especially unusual title that really
Dog's
only
Life?
so based off of initial impressions, as it is
Remember when
intended
Vinny
for ages
fucking, like,
3+
corrupted
in the
this?
UK and mainly has you completing a number of
Did he play it or did he
missions
corrupt
across
it? I
the
can't even
environment in
remember.
a race to find your dog nap friend Daisy. The game takes a total turn for the worse, however, towards the end when Jake finds Daisy at a cat food factory, ready to be obliterated by the machine.
Yeah, I remember
by
that.
the Cruella de Vil inspired Miss Peaches. The final level makes for an insane and unexpected tone shift for a kid's game, where the designers apparently thought it made sense to splatter blood all over everything, looking like something straight out of Silent Hill. And this wasn't even the censored part. The final scene has Jake very classily fart his way out of harm, with Miss Peaches falling into machinery herself and becoming a can of cat food, which was censored in the Japanese version, who seemed to maybe appropriately think that this may have been too much for children. As the game fades to credits before Miss Peaches is wheeled back into the machine for a second time to meet her ultimate demise. Did I mention that this is a game intended for ages 3+?
Nice. Well, she
Half-Life.
deserved it, though.
The German Federal Review Board for Media Harmful to Young Persons is infamously stricter on video games than other media, and no game probably best exemplifies this than what they did with the original Half-Life. As the developers had to go as far as replacing all of the game's human soldiers with robots, characters could no longer bleed. Boob animations were removed, and when you killed any NPC, they would seriously just sit on the floor and shake their heads instead of dying. That's right, you couldn't even kill anyone in a first.
In Counter-Strike too, and people just put their head. They just like sit down with their hands up and they get killed.
There's still blood, dead bodies, and people dying all over the place. So I'm not exactly sure what they were trying to protect us from. Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door. Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door is the second title in the Paper Mario series, which also has an unusually high number of changes in its international versions from the original Japanese release, including small changes in the environment, numerous animations, and even the genders of its characters. Strangely, in Rogueport, the hub world and starting point of the game, the player can find a back alley of the central plaza behind Podley's place, where some of the game's shadier characters can be found hiding at certain times in the game. Back here can also be found a dilapidated shed with nothing interesting to note. That is, unless we look at the same scene in the Japanese version, where we can see it was originally a horrendous crime of a murdered character with blood splattered all over the walls and floor. In fact, on the US version, if you look closely on the walls, you can still see the blood. But without the proper context, you wouldn't have known it was
Interesting.
there. The localizers said they only removed this out of fear that the ESRB would have seen it and gave them any rating besides an E for everyone, which could have jeopardized the marketing they had already paid for. I wouldn't have been surprised though if they removed this just to remove it, as I have no idea why something like this would be in the bright and sunny world of Mario. Grand Theft Auto: Vice City. Grand Theft Auto is a series that can basically be expected to be censored wherever it goes in some form or another, and in the Japanese version this was no exception, a version that Rockstar developed after the US release with Capcom, where they had to make a number of changes to appease the Japanese censors. The most interesting change occurs in the Vercetti estate, aka Diaz's mansion, as the rooms populate with objects from the game's story the further you progress through the
not
game.
really.
Some of these objects were obviously going to be deemed too racy by the Japanese censors, such as the photos and posters that you obtained from adult film sets.
I thought that
What's
the radio was
particularly
like
odd about this change is how they chose
more
to
crazy in
censor these
GTA
objects,
3 than
as
anything.
For some reason,
in Vice
someone over
City.
there at Rockstar or Capcom thought to replace all of the photos with pictures of adorable kittens, which must have been wildly confusing to most Japanese players who would be unaware of what was going on, who would have likely thought the game's protagonist Tommy Vercetti was slowly losing his mind. Though I guess considering the subject of these images, they're not exactly too far off from what the original pictures were. Mermaids of Atlantis: The Riddle of the Magic Bubble. Mermaids of Atlantis: The Riddle of the Magic Bubble is a
The Riddle of the
title
Magic
published by
Booba.
American Video Entertainment in 1991, which is about as innocent as a children's title gets, in a game that's very similar to Tetris, where you have to match colored bubbles before they fill the entirety of the screen. But of course, all of that changes the moment you look at the original Japanese counterpart, which was actually called Bubble Bath Babes. That's right. Mermaids of Atlantis, that was sold as a children's game in America, was
It's just
actually an adult
fucking
game
Twitch.
from Japan, which was actually being distributed in the market without Nintendo's approval. So while children in the US were stuck
Glitch
playing
Dad.
boring
Eevee.
old Mermaids of Atlantis, adults in Japan were playing the same exact game, except now trying not to get distracted by the naked girl. Wait a second, where exactly are all these bubbles coming from? Final Fantasy VII. While Final Fantasy VII has had its fair share of mysteries, no discovery was once more mysterious than the mystery panties that were found by data mining the game. And I'm not embellishing that, that's seriously what they're called. For years it was assumed the mystery panties were a cut object from the scene where Cloud has to cross-dress in order to rescue his friend Tifa from crime lord Don Corneo, who also owns the Honeybee Inn brothel where Tifa's supposedly been recently recruited. Hackers managed to find a large number of unused assets related to the Honeybee Inn that included an extra playable room that didn't appear in the game, which had characters in it who for years appeared to only say gibberish text. Forum members and data miners Shadem, Glitterberry, and Azza were able to figure out that the text was only gibberish due to it being an unused font with a formatting issue. 15 years after the game's release, the team was able to finally reveal that this man in the jacket tells Cloud that he stole panties from a clothesline behind Tifa's shop. Cloud takes them only to realize they have a young girl's pattern on them. Okay. Making him question whose panties they really were.
What the fuck?
Thus the mystery panties. He then adds that they might come in handy for cross-dressing, and the man says our destinies are now intertwined. What? Why this was removed can actually be found in the Final Fantasy VII Ultimania Omega book. As Katsushika Nojima remembered, fellow event writer Motomo Toriyama was in charge of writing for the Honeybee Inn and said at first what took place there was more extreme, and everyone was saying that's going too far. The unique situation is mysterious panties weren't actually.
I mean, it kind of always felt like it
overly
was
relentless
weird when I was a kid. I was like, this is weird.
Who were starting to grow worried about a certain
Why
race,
is this place
which
like
really
this?
says a lot considering all the things they still let him put in the game. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I'm no stranger to pointing out the hypocrisies of Nintendo's family-friendly reputation, and no game probably highlights this more than their 2001 release.
To be fair though, PS1 JRPGs, there's a lot of stuff like that.
But I still had to give myself a pretty hard
A lot
face
of,
palm when I saw this one. The game is widely remembered for its countless movie parodies of late 90s culture, which leads to a few disturbing
But it seems so
sequences
tame
parodied
now
in the movie
compared to
Saving
then.
Private Ryan. In one scene, Conqueror
Like I remember
walks into a
Grandia
lab where
having
two
like a
teddy bears
scene
are
where you have to
smoking
like
a cigarette and
eavesdrop on
humorously
like
break the fourth wall, discussing
some
the game
women's
that they're in.
locker room.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, what if you were to give this game
I remember being like, whoa, when I was a kid when I was playing that.
people, I mean, what would that do? Let's face it, what would it do? Really? That's interesting. What the f*** is that bloody squirrel? Quick, into character!
But it turns out this wasn't the original scene at all, as what you see here in the final game was originally intended as an outtake for the final credits. The original scene can be seen in a recovered beta of the game, and was originally a much more chilling scene of the bears performing a creepy experiment on a live teddy.
Oh no.
Who's completely missing from the final game. When Nintendo saw this, they basically said hell no, and forced them to swap out one of the bloopers from the credits in place of the actual scene. In this situation, I do actually agree with Nintendo. The way I see it, this is supposed to be a comedy game, and I can't figure out for the life of me how this in any way was actually supposed to be funny. Dragon Power. Dragon Power just so happens to be the first Dragon Ball media that ever hit stateside in 1988. However, this isn't the
I do
more
not know
widely
what this
known
is.
Dragon Ball Z. It's Dragon Ball. The earlier, much more humorous and odd series about a monkey-tailed boy who befriends a teenage girl Bulma and
I've never
adventures to
heard
find
of
mystical
this game
Dragon
before.
Balls. US viewers who caught the show on its Cartoon Network run may still be surprised to know that Dragon Ball was also originally way more perverted, as the censors directly cut whole plot points involving Bulma's underwear, which occurred in many instances, such as using it as bait to capture a shapeshifter Oolong, which in the US version was changed to money. In another extremely
Yeah, I remember
questionable scene, Master Roshi
the underwear
requests to
in the
see
original
Bulma's
Dragon
underwear in
Ball.
exchange for his Dragon Ball.
It used to be
A
on
scene that
WB
actually
Kids.
did appear in the Japanese version
And
of
he wishes for
Dragon
the
Ball.
underwear.
The red flashing also suggests that
My God.
Roshi is receiving a nosebleed, which culturally in Japan means he really likes that underwear.
That's
the
funny.
US and French version, however, decided to censor this cutscene in a rather unusual way, as instead of underwear
that
hovering
fucking
around
Shenlong.
Master Roshi, there's now sandwiches. Right, and why not cut the whole scene? Strangely, on the US version, the red screen effect inferring Roshi's nosebleed is still there, meaning he now appears to have a very unhealthy obsession with sandwiches. Truth be told, I get it. I can always go for a good sandwich.
No. This is censored as well. No.
Will you get out of here?
No.
Crash Team Racing, Nitro Fueled. The Crash Bandicoot series is a series without much needed introduction, although you may be unfamiliar with its number of wild censorships that happened throughout its 25-year run. Crash Bandicoot 2, for example, was noted for upping the series' Looney Tunes-inspired violence, which included this notorious death animation where he waddled away as nothing but a head and some shoes, which was rendered to look completely flat in Japan because, according to game director Jason Rubin, reminded them too much of a boy in Japan who was responsible for a series of beheadings at the time. But despite that whole hell of craziness, a more recent censorship in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled manages to raise even more of an eyebrow. As
How is
Crash
it like
Team
that at
Racing
all?
Nitro Fueled brought back a newly styled version of Crash's girlfriend Tana from the original game as a purchasable character from the game's Pit Stop store. Microtransactions. After finishing a single race in first place with Tana, the player unlocks a special darker toned version of Tana called Summertime Tana. Well, this is actually a censored version of the original skin that you would have unlocked, as the game was patched to remove the former skin's look, which was called this before being removed from the game. If for any reason this confuses you, you may be innocent enough to not know the racial connotations of watermelons in the US, as watermelons were introduced to the US via the slave trade and remain used to this day as a highly offensive way of perpetuating prejudices against black people.
How'd they fucking do
Looking at
that?
her outfit, you can see the darker version of Tana is wearing a watermelon-styled outfit, so while you could argue it was in some way the product of somebody being tone deaf, the removal pretty much confirms that somebody over there had some sense that this in no way should stay in the game, or probably should have shown up in any game, for that matter. Holy moly. Phantasy Star Online 2. Thanks to Juan2334 for submitting this on my Discord server. Phantasy Star Online 2 is an online action role-playing game published by Sega, where a space organization known as the Oracle searches the universe for planets to potentially colonize, all while suppressing the threat of aliens who exist to destroy the universe. In
I mean, just because it's like such a like well-known,
Hitsugi, new recruit to the Oracle
like dumb
organization,
stereotype kind of. I think that's why people would go too far with it.
Playing Phantasy Star Online 2. Hitsugi is sent back to Earth and her avatar manifests
It's
back
like
home as a boy
best
she names
not
Al.
to
The Oracle organization observes from afar. Situations
go
with
there,
Al
I
and
guess.
Hitsugi tend to get more than a little odd, so much so that much of the game was censored when it came overseas to America. Despite this, it was uncovered there were fully dubbed voiceovers that appeared to have been completely finished in English before they were cut from the game, which the YouTube
what
channel
the
Audio
fuck?
Visiphone Phantasy Star Online 2 matched to the original Japanese cutscenes here.
Just hold your horses and deal!
Hitsugi and her friend Corey take a blindfold to Al and bring him into the girls' bathhouse after school. Public bathhouses being a common aspect of Japanese culture that may not have been as well understood in America. Al, for some reason, keeps calling Hitsugi sis and keeps accidentally touching her boobs. Pretty sure that's not sibling behavior. The scenes proceed to lay on the crazy, as Hitsugi shames Corey for having large breasts, before Al is taken to the boys' bathhouse and some female teachers enter the girls' bathhouse. The scene ends with one teacher becoming more and more enraged that her breasts are the smallest, which then cuts to the boys' bathhouse where some male teachers
What is this,
talk to Al about
PSO?
Hitsugi and Corey only to get in a heated argument about whether small or large boobs are the best. Honestly, the Oracle's reactions who are watching all of this pretty much says it all. Which looks a lot like my face did when I found out that Sam's Club is still charging me for a membership despite not having stepped in their store for years. Which is why I should have used Privacy.com. Privacy.com sets up virtual payment cards to mask your regular card information. In the
Actually, I
event
used
of ever getting
Privacy.com a
hacked,
few times.
Privacy.com
Actually, kind of neat site. That was a good video. I like God Hatter. They make some good videos. All right. Now what? I kind of want to do some like Metroid maybe or something. Maybe. Might finish up the videos for now. But thank you for watching videos. I think I'm gonna play a video game for a bit. I'm just gonna plug in my Super NT. And I'll be right back.